Welcome to the Problem Solver. Thanks so much for joining us today. As usual, I have actually a bunch of co-hosts here today. We have Gentille.
Hello.
All the way from Henderson. We have Marcus all the way from Australia.
G'day, mate.
And then we have our new addition here. We have Fylisha, a.k.a. Fee, from, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Iowa. I moved here from Denver.
Iowa.
Venturing my way out west.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
So today, I figured we would just talk about like a little bit of politics, what's going on in the world this week. But Fylisha, I don't know. I think I like Fylisha better because it's more feministic. You know,
more feministic.
Fee's like unless you're close to her or unless you're one of her mates, you can call her Fee. So just give
like,
it a couple of months.
Fylisha.
Yeah, a few months.
You might eventually give me my own new nickname.
Yeah, we have a new
point,
nickname.
you know?
Listen.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself in general. Also, they don't really know you that well. Tell them about yourself, the podcast that you have. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'm from Iowa originally. I actually quit drinking when I was still in Iowa in my early 20s. Around there, everyone drinks a lot. There's nothing to do in the Midwest. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's not worth going. I'm just saying, unless you're going to Chicago.
Skip Iowa.
Yeah, just skip Iowa. But so I quit drinking, and it was a time when I worked in a bar scene, and it was kind of a bunch of backlash and stuff like that because that was the norm. And then I went into like kind of working on myself, and then we ended up moving to Colorado, which was definitely a change of pace, but I didn't quite vibe with people there. Just a bunch of hippies, you know, so it just wasn't my vibe. But we did a lot of like outdoor stuff, and then we moved here, and it's totally different here. I love going out and socializing, networking, all of that. And then I have my coaching business, which I've had since I became a personal trainer in
Life
2018.
Coaching? Life coach?
Kind of. Okay. So it's mostly health and fitness, but I do cover like mindset.
Okay.
I specifically work with entrepreneurs, busy people. So people who don't have that like foundation of health and fitness in their life, but they have literally everything else going for them. They're just missing that one little thing that kind of just gives everything else a bump. So that's what I focus on. And then I have my podcast called Messy on Purpose, where we talk about the messy things in life and how people grow and work through them. Hopefully help others either relate that they're not in things alone, and kind of teach people lessons maybe before they hit that lesson.
Yeah, see, the beauty of what she does is that she's gone through sobriety, and it's only people that have made it past alcohol addiction have these set of values and tools that they can express onto other people to help them get out of it. Because a lot of people that are stuck in addiction, especially alcohol addiction, it's a revolving circle of misery, and they never think they can get out of it. How long have you been sober for?
So it's funny that you say alcohol addiction because I was actually never addicted. It was social for me.
Really?
I was just an idiot, so I just wanted to quit.
Okay.
But
yeah, I was the opposite. I was a degenerate alcoholic.
Yeah, so I've been raised, like everyone in my family's addicts. So I'm actually surprised, but I don't actually have that. But I did marry somebody that has tendencies like that, and I've been around it my whole life. So it's just, I don't know, I think it's just learning from others has been a thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about 11 days short of 4 years clean and sober.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's a milestone. I look forward to getting that 4-year chip, and it was something that was just never in my sights. I never thought it was going to be. And anyone that ever knew me was like, Marcus is going to be the last guy to get sober. There's no way he's ever going to get sober. And it was quite easy, actually. It was easier than I thought.
What got you there? What made you take that?
I just suppose everything kind of stopped working. I wasn't getting the same feeling of what I would, with the drugs and with the alcohol. And then also some health issues kind of stung me a little bit and opened my eyes a little bit. Ended up getting pancreatitis, and then, which was caused from all the alcohol abuse. And, the doctors pretty much said, you're on a one-way ticket to the grave if you don't stop now. So, that gave me a good boost, and my faith as well, asking God for help and just, like they say it's cliche, but it's true. I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired, Cocaine stopped working because it was making me paranoid. The weed was making me paranoid. The alcohol was just turning me into a monster. I would black out and I would piss the bed, and I would make stupid decisions, drink and drive. And call people when I was drunk angrily and abuse them, and just real stupid stuff. And I wish I had done it 10 years ago, but no, that's the thing about people that are in sort of the circle of addiction or drugs or alcohol, is that it's like, that show, where they film the people that are addicted, and then they do the intervention. It's called intervention. They do the intervention and they throw them into rehab. And then when they do the intervention and people get all excited and they think, oh, they're saved, they're going to rehab. Rehab doesn't save you. Rehab's where it starts, right? But the real hard work starts after that. Getting sober's relatively easy, but staying sober is the hard part, and that's where a lot of people fail.
Did the entertainment business have anything to do with that?
1,000%. And I've said this a million times before. If I hadn't been in the entertainment business for 30 years, I would have been sober 30 years ago, because it comes part and parcel with being a performer, with touring around the world, with being in front of huge, big crowds. Drugs and alcohol are just part of it. It's just a fact. You know what I mean? And especially the industry that I was in, it was a nightly party. It was on stage, girls every night, working nights, traveling to different countries, banging heaps of different girls, taking heaps of drugs.
So that stopped working, huh? That's why you quit.
The what? The banging,
the banging part.
Well, I've been with my girl for 12 years now, so that kind of stopped about 12 years ago. But
good.
it just comes past and parcel with it. You know what I mean? It's like the rock star life, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's just, unfortunately, that's the way it is. And most entertainers, including child stars that are now, they all did it as well. It's just, unfortunately, it's just how it is.
Question for you: when you started what was the reason why you started the podcast?
So I started I've always wanted to start a podcast. My husband says talking is my hobby. And I mean, it kind of is. So I love socializing. And so I've always wanted to, and I just couldn't figure out an idea of what I wanted to do. And honestly, I started with somebody else, and the idea came from like going down to most of it came from mentorships, and like my husband's been a part of a few different mentors and things like that, and I've seen that they show you like all the shiny things, right? All the ways that they're successful, and you can do it too, but they don't show you like the hard situations, the things that they go through, the hurdles that they jump over, and the things you're going to run into that you can actually learn from. So the idea was to bring that into a podcast so other people can kind of learn lessons without making those same mistakes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you have 90 days starting October 1st to basically improve the three of us to be better people.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's
Let's do it.
90
fitness
days?
or
She'll need 90 days with
personality
you
for Gentille.
alone. 90
I
days
don't know.
with you
You're a
alone,
good-looking
dude.
guy. I don't know.
It'll take her like 2 weeks for me.
Maybe she can get you some sponsors.
No, yeah, that'd be nice, right? Some more sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, today's episode is proudly brought to you by Old School Energy. Wake up in the morning.
Yeah, that's true. It's
By the way,
it's
you
very
didn't-
good, actually.
You didn't say that you're addicted to the old school.
I was going to say he's addicted to this now, not alcohol anymore.
It's funny, it changes. When I stopped drinking alcohol, man, I became a sugar addict. Like I'm talking chocolate, cakes, cookies, anything really, really bad.
Now
like
you're diabetic.
No, I think I'm probably pre-diabetic, man. The amount of crap that I eat. But I'm about to go down a completely different route now. It's once I left the show, once I left Thunder, I kind of let myself go a little bit, like physique-wise, because when you're in that show, you have to stay in shape and ripped 24/7.
Yeah.
And I enjoy being in shape, but when you stop the show, it's kind of like you can kind of relax a little bit. I've let myself go. So now that I've partnered up with Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center, and they're about to take my physique to the next level with an alignment of peptides.
Don't overdo it, Marcus, okay? You're fine the way you are now.
No. I'm a little bloaty, and I'm not as ripped as I used to be. But mind you, I'm in my mid-50s
I was
now.
gonna
So
say, what's your
I want
age?
55. Just turned in August.
Can you take Gentille Beverly Hills?
Like, yeah,
I don't think she needs it.
I don't need anything.
Do they work on personalities at Beverly Hills?
You need an adjustment. You need to go see them.
I need a
You
take me to Beverly Hills Rejuvenation Center now.
You need some Tidal
You
cryotherapy
need a lot of
sports
shit.
spray. That's what you need.
I need some stuff.
Yeah.
I need some.
She doesn't need any.
No.
She doesn't need any
She's
work.
good. She's
I
good to
don't
go.
do anything.
Absolutely.
I don't do anything.
But
won't do it.
Asians,
all natural.
you know what I mean? You can see those 177-year-old Asian ladies and they still look 40. Asian women don't age.
I wish.
It's just white people that
It's just
age.
white. It's just us. Yeah. White people.
No, I get stuff for free too. Like I have friends that are doctors. They're offering stuff for free. I'm like, no, thanks. I go, thank you though.
What do they offer?
Just whatever, injections and stuff like that. I'm like, so I'll just pass it to my friends. My friends are like, thanks, Gentille. I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I
I'm
won't
actually
do
getting
it.
some Botox today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm going to get
See?
Botox
Get
today.
rid of the.
Forehead?
Get rid of that and then get rid of the.
Oh, yeah,
ones
the
on-
little
yeah,
eye.
yeah.
Something's gonna come out about Botox. I swear to God, you watch.
I'm
You're
afraid
like,
because they talk about like paralyzation or something. with
Well,
the
that's what
eye.
it does. That's what it actually does.
But if they mess up, they shoot the
Don't
wrong
do
spot.
it,
Well, that's
man.
why you shouldn't go to like Groupon.
Yeah, yeah.
Funny you said that
No, don't do
because I
it.
did have a Groupon before that. My wife, I think my wife got the Groupon. I did go, but it was a nice place. They did
Yeah.
do a little bit of Botox. I used to have this
Dude,
line. I don't know if it's still there.
think
So you've
it
had Botox?
changes your DNA
First
somehow.
time recently, I just did it. I used to have like a line right here. Can you still see it or no? Maybe
Raise your
light.
eyebrows.
not.
Yeah, you've had it more than once, David. You lie to
This is a whole
yourself
new-
and
this
others.
This is a whole new face.
I wondered why you looked fresh.
I actually no. I went like maybe 2 weeks ago. It
Yeah,
wasn't
because
so
it takes
bad.
about 2 weeks to
Does
kick
it?
in, and then it lasts for about maybe 3 to 4 months. So yeah,
That's
you know
why
it looks.
he has no expression, huh?
It looks
Is that why?
Where did you get it? Where'd you get the
You
Botox?
start drilling.
No, it was a Groupon.
Just your forehead or
It
around
was
your
a-
eyes as
It was
well?
a Groupon that for this. I forgot the doctor's
wonder
office.
he's not moving.
But we went,
No,
see, my
his
whole face is
face.
not moving.
No, but where did you get? Where did you get it?
They did it on top. They
Yep.
did a little bit as well.
Yeah, that's what
It
I'm
was
saying.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. What, I
never
mean, you were
did it,
young. What
but
are
I
you?
was kinda
35?
nervous. I'm actually just turned 30. Just turned 3
Yeah,
years.
yeah. Once again,
Cheers,
lies.
man. You guys
You're
are
like
so-
35, right?
I wish. I came out here when I was 26. I am now 49. I'm catching up to you.
You look
Without
good.
the
You look.
without the
See how the
Australia.
Botox just freshens you out. It makes your face smooth, and there's no like.
Actually, I will share with you what I do use is I don't know why for a while I use Clinique moisturizer, like the SPF.
Yeah.
I think an ex.
Clinique
But no,
moisturizer.
believe it or not,
That
I had an ex girlfriend
Got a
that
new
basically
sponsor
used to
here.
work with Clinique. Clinique. Every time I say I get $5.
You should use the semen
And then-
moisturizer.
What?
You got to tell them
That
about
works. Yeah,
That works.
Yeah, that works better.
Tell them about your Tell them about your semen.
And y'all have your own already, so
Moisturizer.
you don't even have to waste any money.
She normally uses other people's
Yeah.
semen
Yeah.
moisturizers.
Other
Kind of
people.
Asian, Cambodian.
There's
I
a bunch
think
of
that's a
people
myth.
taking-
I don't really believe
That's
that.
good. She does
I
it.
really don't
There's a
believe
line
that.
of guys lined up, and we pump them.
Yeah, that's called a bukkake. Fucking hell! You didn't know they go down
That's
this
a
route, did you?
daily-
Dave?
Oh no, but I
A
love
daily
it.
basis.
This is great.
It's a
Really?
They
Cambodian
just
thing.
line up
In front of your house in Henderson?
in front of my house.
Matter of fact, there's 18 of them waiting until she gets back from the
It's a
podcast.
donation center.
It's Friday at 5. That's a good idea. We should make a
Donation
a
center, yeah.
semen donation center at Gentille's house.
Yeah,
We should make that like
we
a
thought
party.
about like maybe no, seriously, a girlfriend and I were thinking about it. We're like, can we actually bottle this and make it a product?
Yeah,
you
but
know,
who,
like
is that? Is
semen?
that a myth or is that actually a proven fact? Because I
I don't know if you
Well,
legally
try
can do
it.
that.
You
Yeah,
have unlimited access.
I
every
know,
single
but
day.
She's the nutritionist. She's the healthy one. So you
Try
tell us.
it on your face.
Can we,
I mean,
can we do
there's-
that legally?
Instead of getting Botox, David,
I think there's worse
I need
products the
semen?
FDA approved.
Try
I'm just saying.
try every morning, okay? When you're doing what you got to do, put some on your
press it on?
face, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you.
When my wife
Just
says,
rub it
"What are you
in."
doing over there?"
is that why you look so shiny today, David? You're glistening.
I'm afraid what I may attract. You know.
Wow. Yeah.
Attract what?
That's weird.
So you think it's legal if we start bottling it over at Kimbo?
Yeah, well, that's the part that
Check
we
these
were
out.
like, okay, well, I don't know how legal this would be, or there's going to be lawsuits. What if it's like
Yeah,
tainted?
and you're
Again,
not-
the FDA approves
Yeah.
worse products.
That's
I'm
true.
just saying.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
You just got to talk to the right
I mean,
people.
how many guys?
I don't know how
do you
many
need,
guys
though?
are going to want to use it though. That's the thing.
But
Well,
You know
who
what's
knows?
interesting,
There are men
some-
that
Well,
like,
no,
there are men that like semen.
by the way, there's some people. I'm like washing my hands
It's a
here. I
market of
go.
its own.
There's some people that we know, right? That whether it's OnlyFans and that you can have that wish list, and then people say, "Hey, send me your hair, send me your
Yeah.
dirty underwear, your
Oh, yeah,
bras,"
yeah. Yeah.
and they'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Feet pictures
Feet
are
finder?
another huge thing that
finder?
people like.
Do
Yeah.
not look. Whatever you do, do
I
not
think-
look at Gentille's feet.
I think
Don't
there's
look
so
at it.
many though.
It'll change my opinion?
I think
Yeah.
it's saturated. There's nothing wrong with my feet. I mean, I just have a bunion.
I'm
Big
totally
deal.
joking.
Yeah.
He loves bunions.
It's a
That's
gorgeous-
he loves chewing on a good
The
bunion.
bunion just adds.
He loves Cambodian bunions.
Do you know what? Yeah,
It adds to the curves.
I suppose.
Gives us some flavor.
I suppose taking a photo
See
of
how
your.
it gets messy here? It's
I
very
don't think
messy.
anyone's
love
feet
this.
are overly attractive anyway. I'm not a huge foot person. I'm
Yeah.
a hands person. I like hands. You have nice hands. Yeah, hands are very important.
You know what we should try? It'd be funny. I mentioned
Hands
this a
are
long
very
time
important.
ago. that we should do this thing. Like we should have like a bet. Like we all do Feed Finder, including us, and we see how much money we could raise for like a,
You can actually raise. You can actually make money from that.
It's feedfinder.com.
Guys can make money from that.
But
Well, that's the question.
I
Can we
think
make
so.
money?
But I
Really?
Think, but I think the market is so saturated with like thousands and hundreds of thousands of feet now
Would
that
you do-
we won't
would
make
you-
any money.
would you do
Anything
it?
faceless.
Would you-
yeah,
would
yeah,
you-
no,
Yeah.
because
Would you do
they'll
it?
want more stuff.
Yep.
Look, if you
like
want
a fundraiser. We all do it. All four of
whatever,
us.
if you want to,
Like the money will go to like Make a Wish.
So I got this
Well,
second
sure.
toe that's
Yeah.
like this long, like this
That may
much longer
sell.
than
That
my
may be-
first
that may
toe.
be sexy.
It looks like a finger. It
You'd
really.
be surprised what people are into, though.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
there's some weird fetishes. I mean,
Yeah.
we're just talking about feet, but there's other ones too.
yeah,
Armpit fetishes.
we should
Yeah.
we should
Yeah.
try. It'd be funny to see like what we could raise. We do like you pick a nonprofit like Make a Wish or something like that, and all four of us do it. We market it online
how
and see
about
what we
make a
can
wish
raise.
for Gentille? That can we raise money for that?
At the end, you can request your wish too.
But the question is, how much do
What
people pay? How much do they pay for? So it can't be much money, right?
No, I don't really know. We
Well,
always
it's
joke
that
around about it,
prescription,
you know.
Yeah, you'd
It's
be
prescription
surprised.
or
No, it's
subscription?
a subscription.
Yeah.
Isn't that what I said?
How much you
Yeah.
charge
It's a
versus
prescription
how
for
many
the
people
subscription.
sign up, right? So
Right.
like it depends on how much you charge.
No, just how
and
much money we
many
raise.
people. So like
Right.
if you have more money for the subscription,
Yeah.
but you have less people, you can make the same as like
Ooh,
twice as
It would
much.
just be a game that we
Dave,
basically
Dave.
have to.
So-
Yeah. So let me ask you this: Is OnlyFans like you do well with your real estate? I'm not sure, how
Yeah,
well
I
your
know
business is,
OnlyFans.
but is OnlyFans something that you guys would ever consider doing? And if yes, or if no, is it for the moral reason or just for the fact that that's just not the type of person you are? Because a lot of girls can make a lot. I'm talking millions and millions and millions of dollars on this app.
I would love to take the fast route and do it.
Yeah.
But I am married. I'm happily married, and I refuse to let anything get in the way with that. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that would affect a relationship, even if it's a good relationship and
Right.
he's okay with it. It's still going to affect it in some way. You're getting attention from other people.
Yeah.
Unless your husband was a cupcake pimp, then he would be okay with it.
So
And my husband actually would let me, if I really
Yeah.
wanted to do it, he would let me do it. But
Yeah.
like, I just wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't
Right,
risk
Well,
it.
right.
you know what's interesting? So we know somebody in common that does OnlyFans, but supposedly she only is in a bathing suit. That it's not anything that you wouldn't see. I've never been on the page.
No, I haven't
but
either.
Supposedly she's only in like a bathing suit or anything that you see, where it's not showing anything truly naked.
Still,
Naked.
to me, it's reaching out for attention. I think it's just a moral thing for me.
Yeah.
I very much.
I kind of feel like for
care about
20,000 a
my
month, I mean, I feel like
relationship.
I would do it, but no one's really gonna look at my ass.
For 20,000 a month,
You'd be
if that was a
surprised.
guarantee, I probably would do it too. But yeah, I
You
would.
stay in a bathing suit, like you
Yeah,
don't.
I
I,
think-
would be limited to that, but I think some of the fans, or what I heard of people that have OnlyFans, is the fans want more.
Yeah, of course they want more.
They're like,
to
okay,
do
I'm
it.
gonna give you more, more money, but you're gonna have to show me more. So that's where it gets kind of
Well,
And
I
that's
think they
where-
make special requests too.
Yeah. something like
hey,
that, right?
I'll
Yeah.
give you an extra 40 grand if you take the bottoms off. You know what I mean? And this is where you sell your
40
soul.
grand?
Or weird
There it is.
stuff.
Or
Like,
weird shit.
they'll ask
Like
for
stick that
something. Yeah,
Spider-Man
yeah.
statue up your
Like,
ass.
when John T would get that question, he would like, is it Visa or MasterCard?
yeah, exactly, or Amex.
No, it's not bad. I mean, 40. I mean, I would do it for 40
40 grand, yeah.
I
I mean,
wish
that's
that was
if
some-
someone's
lot of
offering
money.
like
That is a lot of money.
$200-$300.
Well,
be
if
like,
you look at that young girl that did the OnlyFans, she was the rapper. She was the one that was on Dr. Phil saying "Catch Me Outside."
Oh, yeah, she made millions of
Okay,
dollars.
so
Oh, yeah.
she let everybody know when she was 17 that at midnight on her 18th birthday she was going to release a full explicit OnlyFans.
I didn't know that.
She made $1 million in less than 24 hours,
Really?
and then ended up making some extraordinary. Now, what does that say? Does it say that there's a lot of perverts in the world that want to see a fresh 18-year-old completely naked, or does it say that it was her celebrity that drew people to that? Because I think to be successful in something like OnlyFans, you have to have some sort of status. You have to be known. You can't be just the regular Tom, Dick, and Harry unless you're doing something real freaky.
Yeah.
You have to have some kind of public persona, or you're known who you are.
how
and
did
that's
she draw people in then?
so.
is she?
She's on Dr. Phil.
Did she get on Dr. Phil before?
Before,
She
Yes,
did?
yes.
She was what, like 14?
Yeah, she
or
was like
something? She
four-
was young.
Yeah,
okay,
she was
yeah.
young, and then she started becoming like this rapper, and
Really
she was
bad
like this
one.
controversial
I see.
kind of young girl that really
enough.
isn't attractive to me. She's
Yeah.
not really attractive, but the fact is, you see someone like remember the other one that just did one as well. Remember that little young Asian girl? She was the youngest flexer. Little, I can't remember her name. Little.
She's a flexor? What's a flexor?
She was like, I'm the youngest 9-year-old flexor, and she would brag that she was like made all this money and stuff, but it was just a big thing.
Okay.
She just turned 18 as well. I got to find her name.
Okay.
So the bottom line is, you would consider doing it if you were going to guarantee to make money if.
Yeah, if it's
but
guaranteed,
wearing just
but
bathing suits.
Yeah, I mean,
Little
bathing suits,
Tay. Little Tay, remember her?
I wouldn't be completely naked and stuff.
Okay.
I can't do that.
It'd be interesting because you do have a following. We always joke around about it, but
You know, I actually took a poll with all my
they said
my
no,
followers
right?
and my fans, and this is when I first, when OnlyFans was getting big. So I said, hey, what do you guys think about? Oh, this is after the show, because I was, after my show, I was like, hey, what do you guys think about me starting an OnlyFans page? And so 49% said yes,
Okay,
and
so she
51
used to-
said no. Yeah, so it was really close.
She pretty much used to look like that, right? And now
That's a bad kid.
she looks like this
Oh yeah.
and released an OnlyFans and literally made like $2 million in the first 24 hours. I think it's kind of...
There's something
I think-
pervy there.
There is
People are
Yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for that.
I think
weird,
But do you
right?
think those
Yeah.
numbers are real though? You know how
she showed the statistics and the
did she?
numbers.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
there. I think there's enough perverts that'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
fresh 18-year-old.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think if you have a following and people follow you, then of course, right, you're going to get more exposure like these two people.
Can we do
in
like
general.
a MILF page or something?
Yeah, we could try that.
Yeah, like a MILF or
All right, let's jump to
cougar-ish.
let's-
something.
But you guys aren't MILFs because you don't have kids. You
Oh,
have
yeah,
kids?
no.
Well, yeah, well, you know what I mean. Or sort of
Milfs.
cougar.
We're dog moms.
You're dog moms. Yeah.
Dog Mom.
Cougar or what's
Dogmoms.com?
that status of
You don't have dogs, right?
Jaguars, no, kitties, pussycats.
Okay, let's
Pussy
jump.
moms.
Let's jump to let's jump to a serious topic. In regards to, it's hard to go from this topic.
What's
to
the
something
serious topic again? You were gonna go to Charlie Kirk now?
I'm gonna jump to Charlie Kirk because he's wearing this shirt, and since there's some stuff coming out.
Okay.
First of all, do me a favor. Since we're four of us, you could always check on the right the screens here because you see how you positioned. Marcus gets excited, so his head.
He's OCD
so
today, dude.
His head is always there. You actually can always hold it, but you should move to the left because your head gets stuck there and you get excited.
And wait, now
You can move over a little bit.
you're all
I'm
technical,
okay. We're okay
since you're all
here.
technical, she's not close enough to the mic. You can hear her. She's good.
She's okay.
Because
She's okay.
before he's like,
I mean,
I,
I will-
need you to
I will
like
share with you, we're-
deep throat this mic. You
we're
know.
more we're more fortunate because this can move around.
Yeah, I know you are, but
I know. No,
okay.
it's
she's okay.
It's
Good,
okay.
Good,
I can
good,
hear her.
good, good.
You guys
All
sound
right, good.
everyone sounds good. Okay, listen. Let's jump to a serious topic.
Okay.
I know it's hard for you, Gentille.
I'm very serious. What
Very
are you
serious
talking
person.
about? Yeah.
I think it's hard for all of
You know,
us.
people always
It's not
say
clear.
Yeah.
people say
Very.
not really to talk about politics and religion. And we did an episode. Gentille was away, but basically, my wife was here, and we talked about Israel and some different stuff. Like, I actually got heated in general in the conversation
Yeah.
just because it was interesting. But in regards to Charlie Kirk in general, things came out. You sent me a link. I sent you a link back where basically there's a lot of like conspiracy theories that
Yes.
basically that all of a sudden that he was assassinated. But what's going on in general? What should you watch probably a little bit more on the social media? What's your take on what's going on right now? Because it's like fresh today.
So, first of all, never believe the government. Okay, the government lied about. We spoke about this last week. They lied about Martin Luther King. They lied about JFK. They lied about 9/11. They were going to lie about the Charlie Kirk assassination.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk was not shot by that kid on that roof. The caliber of rifle that kid used and the bullet that was used. If you've seen what that does to a deer or a
It was an
a
elk
buffalo or an elk, it literally blows them apart. There's no way that Charlie Kirk could have got shot with that caliber rifle, and the injury that happened. So now the new footage is coming out where Charlie was actually shot in the back of the head, and that neck wound there was the exit wound. So he wasn't shot from the front on; he was shot from the side. They found 5 cell phones that were connected to the to Israel military in the crowd. Charlie Kirk was offered $150 million by Bibi Netanyahu 2 weeks prior to drop the rhetoric and be more pro-Israel. Now that Charlie had started to come out with some, he started to change his thoughts and his ways and his ideas. And because of the reach that Charlie Kirk has, maybe they didn't want that. Maybe they didn't want him being, because he was so everything he said, everybody listened to, and the younger generation, he was getting a lot of eyes on him. It changed a lot of things. So the text messages that came out from the so-called shooter to his trans boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm not to his tranny boyfriend. I don't care. I'll say whatever I want. Obviously fake. Obviously doctored. How the kid had the rifle, disassembled it, got down the roof, ran into the forest, reassembled it, text messaged his guy, went and had Wendy's.
Nice and calm, you know.
It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense. Now, look, people are going to believe it because people are closed-minded and they just believe what people say on the news. But
Well,
now
I think
the
people just want answers a lot of times too. Like we have unknown answers, so now everyone's out looking for it. They give you an answer. I want to stick to that. That's the answer.
Yeah, but even if it's so not believable, people still believe it because, like you know, like what she said, like that they want the answer. But now that it's starting, more things are starting to come out, more things are starting to happen. Internet sleuths are diving deep. That footage that I showed you definitely shows his hair and a little bit of blood coming from there, and then
You know, they're showing all different ones. Like you sent me one, I saw one. Like they're all different. They're saying that there was like what do you call that? Like you know, like a makeup artist guy that was behind, like watching it, and then there was like fake blood, and like you know, like, I mean, there's a lot of different things. The first thing they said they was just shoot it here, then the thing is shoot it here. I mean, the question really comes down, you don't really believe. I will share my thoughts in general that basically when you talk about Israel and stuff like that, I've watched Charlie speak about Israel, and he was always talking about Christ and being Christian and about Israel, but nothing was really negative in all the
it
stuff I've
wasn't
seen.
until. Nothing
But he
negative either,
went
but
to-
he was
also-
opening his eyes to certain things
But
that are happening.
He went to Israel. He spoke. There's nothing negative that I saw.
Yeah.
Personally, I mean, Martin Luther King, JFK, well, you know, I guess it's
9/11.
different. I guess these things are a little bit different in regards to when it's like, you know, I guess Martin Luther King, he was really just a speaker, just like Charlie was. But I just can't see, like, why kill that guy, even if he's talking about a different message.
Yeah.
I just don't see that, you know, it's different for JFK. Martin Luther King, right? He was getting up there. People were afraid that he was going to maybe be a president one day or be more political. I for a young guy like Charlie, he didn't even want to run for politics.
Because
He never talked about
Charlie
it.
was reaching more young males at the age of where they're going to be. They were becoming more conservative, more Republican sided, and
I mean, that's the thing. He was definitely getting. The goal was to get voters to be more Republican.
right.
Right. That was his biggest thing.
I mean,
Like, if
JD
anything-
Vance said that it was because of Charlie Kirk that he got in. You know what I mean?
Oh, they were
Because-
saying that because President Trump as well said because they believe because it was Charlie that basically helped him get the presidency to get to the young people.
Right.
But I guess the big thing with him was that he was really trying to get more people, the young voters, basically to become more
I think
Republicans.
those are just reasons and excuses, right? I think there's
like,
something,
what's the real reason to take this guy out?
I think
It
there's
doesn't make
something
sense.
deeper or more personal. Honestly, like I don't think it's. I mean, obviously they're using these, you know, public reasons as reasons, you know, for justification. But I think there's something a lot darker and deeper and more personal.
People are saying that, like, from
No
where
one
he
kills
was,
you for-
from where he was to the car. That if you really hit that artery, that basically there'd be blood along the way. That there was no blood from his location to the car. Right.
Yeah.
So people are saying like he's still alive now. People are saying he's in another country.
I
Then
don't
they started talking
That's
about the
not true.
FBI Patel basically that he knew he's in
Oh,
another
Valhalla,
country.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
even get that part
There,
of it. Let's
there
show
was.
that.
I saw a video of a kid that was there. He said, "I was like," he's like, "I was in the third row." He goes, and it came out for a little bit, and then now it's gone. That video, right? But kid says, "Look, he was stumped over. You know, the way that he was shot. If he got shot from where they said he got shot, he should have went backwards. But he was slumped this way." That's what the kid said.
There's no way that kid on the roof shot him.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Especially with the caliber rifle that they found, and that bullet is this big.
I mean, it did seem
blows
like
heads off
more of
of
an angle,
buffaloes.
more of an angle.
He'd have to be really trained.
There would have been blood
Yeah.
splatter all on the back of the of that tent
Right.
there. There would have been
Yeah.
blood everywhere.
So do we think he's alive or no?
No,
I don't think
definitely
he's
not.
alive,
No.
but I definitely think there's a massive conspiracy cover up.
Yes.
I think too we're looking at it like from examples from so long ago that we're not looking at it more of a modern view, right?
Yep.
So we have so much social media and so much more ways to reach people. And he was not only going to the colleges, but all of those videos of his debates were getting posted and plastered everywhere. I mean, I couldn't scroll TikTok without seeing 5 or 6 of his videos, and I didn't even follow him. And so I think it was the reach he was getting and the message he was kind of putting out there that's why he was eliminated.
Yeah.
There was talk about him probably running for president. You
Oh,
know,
he
'cause
definitely
Candace
could have run for
Owen-
president.
yeah,
He
Candace
definitely
Owen
could have,
mentioned that.
yep.
But
he
she also
said he didn't want to. At the end, he said,
He said, right now, I'm only 31 years old.
Yeah.
Who knows what will happen in the future? And
right.
people want to try and eliminate that before. Like, he was only getting
Got too
bigger
far.
and bigger and bigger and bigger. And more people were listening to him because he spoke common sense, because he spoke normality, because he spoke facts. He did it with such a calm, pleasant, articulate demeanor where anyone could get up there and try to debate him. You see these crazy left-wing woke tards that will get up there and yell and scream, and they got the septus piercing and the blue hair, and they would try and spew all this bullshit and crap about transgender transgender ideology and letting in 1 million different people into the country, illegal immigrants, all this kind of stuff. And he would literally debunk them and put them in their place. And what was their reaction? They would flip him off. They would call him names. They would storm away, because that's what the left does. They can't debate because their policies and their ideologies are based on delusion and fiction. And where in the world do you think that flooding the country with illegal immigrants is great? Where in the world do you think that chopping off kids' genitals is something that's beneficial to a child? Where do you think that letting them decide whether they can chop it off? Where is it that you can let a guy into a girl's bathroom? Where is that normal?
Where do we draw the line, basically?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think, too, with him, unless you're mentally unstable, even if you disagreed with the guy, you couldn't hate him.
Right.
There's people that disagree with plenty of things he said. I mean, he was very religious, so there's a lot of people that don't think that way, but it doesn't mean they hate the guy. It just means they disagree with that side of things.
Yep.
And it was the mentally unstable that hates him. The mentally unstable that's on social media trashing him. Those are the people that we're seeing all this backlash from.
So now that they're saying that the autopsy result has come out, and they're saying what happened with Charlie, because they were saying there was the bullet didn't come out of his neck, it was found on the inside of his neck, right? So now they're saying the autopsy and the doctor, and this has come out by Turning Point USA, has put the statement out that the doctor that did the autopsy said Charlie was literally the man of steel, right? That his
bone density, right?
His bone density and his neck bones were so strong that they stopped this bullet from coming out, so it didn't shoot through the other people. Now, here's the thing: Christians like myself, we believe in miracles. They're going to believe that because they want to believe that, you know, Charlie, and Charlie was obviously an advocate for Christ and literally a Bible scholar, that they want to believe that a miracle happened. This guy shot Charlie, Charlie's body, because he was so religious, stopped this bullet from coming out.
And hurting others.
So they're going to go with that. Right, they're gonna, because a lot of people that follow Charlie are Christians, so they're gonna believe that and they're gonna go with that. That literally puts the damper on them delving into the real reason that happened. I don't think that he was shot. Well, no, I know that he was not shot with that caliber rifle and that bullet.
I would love to see the clip. Okay, so Candace Owens was talking about, like, right after the shooting where they took his body away already, there was a couple guys, part of the crew, that went, there was a camera right behind him. And so there's pictures of them getting, you know, whatever out of the camera. So they have clips of that. She said she saw it.
Yeah.
So
they're saying that they took the SD cards out for
I'd
the
love
FBI.
To see that one. Yeah, I'd love to see that clip.
Once again, there's just so many, and
a lot of stuff.
And that's the other thing. They can flood you with so many conspiracy theories that people are like, hang on a second, which one do we believe? That did he go down in the tunnel? Is he really alive? Was it this guy? Was it that guy? Was it Israel? Was it? It's very
Here's
confusing.
a question: what's the next distraction they're going to give us to forget about this?
AI Atlas, that's heading towards Earth. That's heading towards Earth right
November.
now. Yeah, it's heading towards Earth at a rapid speed.
They were saying like it's a meteor more.
It's not a meteor.
They're saying it's possible.
No, they're saying
like
it is not a meteor
It's a
because it's
spacecraft.
speeding up, it's slowing down, it's releasing certain gases out the back of it, and the trajectory that it is heading and the direction that it is heading, it is like 0.1% that anything that was inanimate could actually follow that. It's like it's actually the way that it's headed, it's a planned, I don't know, plan for lack of a better word. It is heading in the direction to go past all the planets, then hide behind the sun when it gets in front of Earth so that people can't view it. That's what I believe is going to be the next distraction. They're even talking about the rapture happening today. Did you hear that?
I don't even know what that is.
Explain the rapture.
The rapture is when
But that
everyone that believes in Christ goes up to heaven straight away in a blink of an eye.
They disappear.
And everyone that doesn't stays down here on earth, and they have to go through the 7 years of the tribulation.
But the
Why
rapture
today?
isn't supposed to happen until after World War III, though, according to the Bible. So it shouldn't happen.
Well, in
now
the
because
Bible it
World
says
War
no
III
one will
hasn't
know the
started
day,
yet.
not even the Son. Only the Father knows the time and the day that it will happen. No one knows when it will happen. I think people just put together calculations and say because of this 2,000 years ago and this thing here and this thing here and this. It's kind of like, remember when we went into the year 2000 and they said the Mayan calendar said that in the year 2000 everything was going to end then. I think it's probably kind of something like that. But yeah, I think the distraction is going to be the aliens and Project Bluebeam.
I would love to be abducted by the aliens when they get here. Please take me with you.
Let's see what that's like.
How come?
But then they might put a probe in your ass.
That's okay. I'm all right with that.
Gentille.
Just keep me awake, too.
Why would you want to go with the aliens?
Because I'm an explorer. I'm a
Listen, I think
adventurous.
before
It
our
would be great.
days are over, we're going to experience.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to experience something. Not.
I'm sick of Earth. I'm done.
Yeah.
Done with her?
Yeah.
You should put something on your roof, like, hey, like, stop here.
Like stop here. Yeah.
Yeah.
The picture be like,
Come
this.
get me. Save
We're in
me.
the land of it.
Save
It might
me.
happen.
Yeah, right. We're near all that stuff. Absolutely.
By the way, the girl that does Maddie, who does my social media stuff, like we come up with some different skits. She was saying I should do this thing for the Rapture, like something
Do
with
what?
the problem solver. She wanted to come up with something, but I felt actually may be bad because it's religious nature.
God will not be mocked,
You're not going to
David.
be, but you wouldn't be one
But
of the
people
people
are-
that would
People
go, right?
are doing it right now. They're saying, hey, before you go, can you put all your stuff on Marketplace?
People are selling their cars already.
Put your stuff on Marketplace
okay.
Oh,
and
that's
allow me
extreme.
to buy it at a reduced fee because you're leaving
Well,
tomorrow.
you won't need.
Yeah.
Please
you
accept
won't
my
need
low
mad.
price offer.
I mean, you won't need cash anyways. I mean, if you're taken.
They didn't say what time it happens, right?
They said it's supposed to happen today.
Anytime.
Listen, if we walk out into that, if we
Today?
walk out into that lobby and no one's there,
Today, like the
Yes.
23rd?
But we don't have a-
Yes.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Do we have a time?
I don't know if we
I
have a
haven't
time.
heard that. No, no.
These days I've been-
honestly, if you guys read the Bible, it's supposed to happen after World War III. Yeah, hasn't
Let me
World
try.
War III
Let
hasn't
me try
happened yet
Chat
because
GPT. To see what
because
it
the
says.
Antichrist is supposed to already be here on Earth
Oh,
before
yeah,
the
he's
rapture
already
happens.
here.
No,
Is
he's
he here?
not.
Are you
No,
there?
no, he is here, but he's not of age yet to take power. He's here.
Hold on one second. Let me see what
He
ChatGPT
exists,
says. Are
but
you there?
He's not here. I mean, he's not old
Every
enough
time I
yet
do it here, I feel like it's not working.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear me?
because
It's probably because we're in this.
ChatGPT lies too. Just letting you know.
Can you hear me? Yes or no?
It also doesn't like to get political.
D-
It yells at
really?
me when I put something
Really?
in the conservative. Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
if we're
see?
hold on a second. Don't speak. Don't say anything. Hello, can you hear me?
Speak.
I can definitely hear you. Sounds like there might have been a little confusion, but I'm right here and ready to help.
Okay, tell us about this. We call it the Rapture. Rapture, am I saying it right? What time is it supposed to happen today? What's the status in the Rapture?
Well, the idea of the rapture is definitely one of those big, often symbolic topics that people talk about in religious or spiritual contexts. But there's no actual scheduled time or real world event happening today tied to that. It's more of a belief about an end time scenario rather than something on a fixed schedule. So as far as status goes, there's nothing actually on the calendar. Just a concept some people talk about.
Okay, and what's the story with this spaceship or meteor or something like that coming towards Earth?
Ah, got it. So right now, there's no the spaceship or meteor on a collision course with Earth that you need to worry about.
Wrong.
Every so
Wrong.
often,
Seems
you might
fine.
hear about an asteroid passing by at a safe distance, or some space news that sounds a bit dramatic, but astronomers keep a good eye on these things. If there were anything actually threatening, it would be big news. So
They
for
won't
now,
tell
we're all
us.
clear.
What is it
He,
called?
he sounds like a real facetious asshole, doesn't he? Your chat GPT sounds
You
like
know-
a real
you know
smart
what?
ass.
You know what? Also,
Did you hear that?
I think ChatGPT takes a personality of the person that they're talking to.
Oh,
yeah, no,
you might
I,
be
What-
right.
what is it
no, I
called? What
noticed
is it
that.
called?
It's called 3-Eye Atlas.
3-Eye Atlas. What do you know about that?
Well, I'll say this. I'm definitely not trying to be a smart aleck. Sometimes it just comes off that way when we're having a playful chat. And hey, if I'm reflecting a bit of your vibe, I'll take that as a compliment. As for 3-Eye Atlas, that's actually a lesser known reference. It could be something in science fiction or maybe some niche concept floating around out there. It's not a common term. But if you've got more details, I'm all ears and we can dig in.
All right, we'll figure it out later. Thanks.
No, I swear to God, it's like,
It's filtered.
yeah, it's filtered, and
100%.
also
That's why you
yeah.
can't. So I can put something in there, kind of swinging a little more left. I've tried it. I've played with this, and then swinging a little more right. It'll block it.
Yeah, see, so I wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you.
I'm going to send you some stuff on it, David. And if you go down that rabbit hole, it's quite terrifying,
Even
to be
the
honest.
creator also of ChatGPT, he even said in a press conference, he goes, he is amazed at how gullible people are to believe things because he goes, ChatGPT actually can lie, like straight out lie. And my friends has caught them lying too.
Oh, yeah.
Direct lie.
I've
Yeah.
yelled at it before for
Yeah.
lying to me.
So see, I don't
Really?
use it.
Did it yell back?
No.
I don't use it. And it takes a tone of the person that they're talking with. Honestly, I swear to God, yeah.
All right, so long story short,
Yeah.
we're not really sure what's going on with Charlie's situation. I guess this week we'll see.
find out
We'll
more.
see more information. I'm going to watch it. I got to study a little bit more.
Did you see that
videos.
video that I sent? Did you watch
Listen,
it?
I watched a little bit. I want to study it again. But
Yeah.
there's so much. All of a sudden, that's like today. That's the hot topic. Is
But
Yeah.
it's hard to know what's real and what's not, right? Because we get so much information
Yeah.
that, it's like you have to filter
We
through
need-
those. filters.
We should recognize his wife, though. Did you
Yeah.
see her
Yeah.
Wow.
giving forgiveness? Now, that's for her and it's for her family because without the forgiveness, she can't move on. But, like,
Yeah.
just being able to do that in the public eye.
Yeah.
Could you personally do that?
I think I could. But it would be really, really hard.
I think the closer you are
I would
to your
only do it in
faith, the
public.
easier that it is to do something like that. Because, you know, if you remember that, you know, even Jesus said it when he was on the cross and he was literally being murdered in front of everyone. And he said to God, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing, you know, forgive these people. I know you don't believe in any of that, David. I know you
No, I
don't.
mean everyone's different. I mean, just because you have one religion, we have different religions that are here. But
I think religion
I don't know if
and
I really
faith
could
are
do
different.
that.
Everyone
Yeah.
has some type of faith, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's just whether
Like to
whether
forgive
you
someone,
channel
even
it
if
a
it's part of your
certain way.
religion. I don't know if I can really do that. Like you kill my wife, you kill my father, my mother. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be like, all right, I forgive you.
Yeah.
Like is it, and he
Well-
himself should. It's different if this guy was like, you know what, I'm sorry. Like this guy's not even talking. If he did do it, right? I mean, he is saying he admitted to doing it. I mean, is
But forgiveness isn't for him.
Yeah.
Forgiveness
It's
is
for
you.
yourself.
It's for you to be
Yeah,
able to
true.
move forward
And
with
let it
life.
go, let
But here's-
go the hate and the hurt. Is
Because that doesn't do
Yeah.
anything to
Yeah.
them.
But
it
it-
only
I think it's
tears
so
you
quick.
up.
But
Exactly.
here's the problem with forgiveness, okay? Because I've seen so many people that I know that forgive people around them for doing a whole bunch of shitty stuff to them.
Yeah,
and
I've
because of that, they accept them back into their lives. And the people do the same thing to them again.
But that's a decision to accept them back.
Right.
Yeah,
Forgi-
You
so-
shouldn't do that if
Right.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be a
Forgiveness
pattern.
doesn't mean you have to like the person and have them in your life.
Right.
Forgiveness means I'm letting go what you did to me and I'm not going to let you have any power over me anymore.
True, but I think some of the people that are getting the message of forgiveness doesn't understand that part to the
Right.
separation. Because you can forgive someone and not have them in your life. But the problem with the friends that I have, the ones that I've seen, they keep getting hurt over and over and over again by the same people because they forgive them and then they accept them back. Like, what's wrong with you? You're
I used to
fucking
do that when
stupid.
I was younger. I
Yeah.
do not do that anymore.
Like, you're
I
a
distance
dumbass.
myself.
Yeah.
I forgive
Yeah.
and I move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
I guess you got to be careful who you forgive, and then if you're accepting them back. Here, the person
Yeah,
passed away.
That's dumb. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's more of relationship advice.
But if you guys did you guys watch the memorial, the Charlie Kirk memorial? Did you watch any of it?
My
watched-
girlfriends went to it.
Yeah, oh, they went to it. Yeah, I watched the whole thing. I was pretty much glued to it the whole time. I was pretty impressed by Erica Kirk.
Did everybody get in? Were there people that didn't
Apparently.
get in?
Oh no, there was
Oh,
still
no.
heaps of people outside. There was over 100,000 people in there.
I wanted to go. I wish I actually. That's one of the things I always want. Well, I wanted to go to that one, but
Your guy
It's
went.
tough.
Your buddy went.
Danny went?
Yeah,
did you see him posting?
yeah.
I didn't see him.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Danny went.
Danny
Oh,
blocked
well,
me
that's-
again.
Well,
He's
that's
like-
good.
He blocked you again?
He blocked you again.
He's off his medicine, so he
Oh
blocked
my
me.
goodness! What? See? Oh, here's another thing.
His
Going
mess-
back to what we were just talking about, forgiveness.
Should I forgive Danny?
So that's you too. You keep
should
accepting
forgive him.
people. Well, no, you can forgive them, but what I'm saying is you keep giving people chances, and then they prove to you again who exactly who
So
they
why
are.
did he block you?
No, he suffers from mental health issues. I mean, I forgive him for having mental health issues.
No, but why did he
Yeah,
block
but
you
why
though?
do you keep
The
dealing
guy's
with
nuts. He's nuts. Anyone that's blocking, I'm blocking. Actually,
Yeah.
only thing I said to him was one message. He jumps around a lot, for entertainment purposes. And I was saying, you should stay true to your craft. I actually
Yeah,
enjoyed
be a
when he
little bit
talked-
more real, I think,
Yeah.
instead of just doing everything for
The
entertainment.
problem with it is that he was very true to crime, and then he got more into entertainment because I think that's where he realized that he can make more money. So he's becoming more of an entertainer. But I actually enjoyed when he talked about crime and talked about a case. And I always want to offer the reward money situation, try to really solve the crime. Because to me personally, he's just talking about it. He's not solving the
Right.
crime. All right. We had a guy once on the podcast. We talked. His brother got killed. So we talk about it. His brother got killed. No, and the guy's still outstanding, right? And like, okay, that's the end of the podcast. Like, what did you do to basically help that family member? Just because you spoke about the death of your brother, I want to do more. I wanted to take clips, offer reward money, do some geofencing around the area where basically the guy was killed. Really try to solve.
and we
the
got
crime.
a few good leads from offering that 50K.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you get information that comes in,
didn't
you just
catch
don't
him,
know.
right?
We did well. We got a lead. He was exactly He was from where they said that we had leads saying the guy is from this area, and the guy actually was
Oh, okay. Did he get caught?
this- the guy that shot
Captured?
Charlie.
Oh.
That's where we
Oh,
offered the
that.
money.
Oh,
That one,
for
yeah.
Charles.
Yeah.
But what's interesting that
Okay.
one, it was actually funny. I think there's a little bit of a hater that's out there, someone that watches me, and I said thanks for all the tips because you want to basically thank people for being
Yeah.
part of it, right? In general, whether the tip in general helps solve that crime or not, you don't want to be negative about it, right?
Right.
Like so, the person's like, oh yeah, well the father was the one that gave him up, to the,
Yeah, I had that. I had a lot of hate
ministers
from
of
that as well.
But like the goal is to thank people for being involved and just trying to.
Wow.
It's actually funny once they declared somebody, you know who the person was. Like at 7:30, someone typed in his name and says, "Oh, who?" Because they wanted to try to win the money.
Yeah.
They basically put in the person's name after it was already disclosed on TV.
Yeah.
Isn't that
said that
weird
was
though
kind of
that the father got the reward money of like $1 million, right? $1 million and something, right?
Did he get? He was supposed to give it to the
So-
family, right?
Yeah.
Well, he said he was going to give it back to Erica Kirk, right? But what I'm saying is the payoff, you see, for that kid being, the fall guy. So they're paying the family basically
Yeah.
off the $1,000,000 dollars.
I didn't understand. I thought
It was a
more-
payoff.
I thought it
for
was
say,
more.
hey, all right, here's
Here's
pay-
a guy. Be happy with it.
Listen, if they can fake
Since
Jeffrey
you're- since
Epstein's
you're-
death,
Since your son's the fall guy, we're going to pay you off right now. Yeah,
if they
that's
can
what
fake
that's for.
Jeffrey Epstein's death and get him out of that prison and get him to a undisclosed location where he continued to live his life, don't think that they can say to someone, look, take the fall for this. Everyone's going to think it's you. We're going to say that you get the death penalty, but you will be removed. We're going to relocate you. Your family are going to be set up forever.
No one's
we
gonna
need
know,
we
right?
need to divert this because we don't want everyone to know who the real assassin was. People are going to do that, man. In this day and age, don't get me wrong, people are going to do things like that.
Especially you find a family that's desperate. Maybe they're in a
Yeah.
bad situation. You
Absolutely.
don't know.
Yeah.
But he's
Absolutely.
also a retired. The father was a retired police officer.
That
Yeah.
doesn't mean he doesn't have bad debt and
Yeah.
losing
It
a
just
house.
seems crazy
or-
that
right?
someone's
The
willing.
world
to
is a
accept that.
stage. Haven't you heard that, David? The world is a stage and we're all being fooled. We're all being tricked.
We're all actors.
None of us know what the real deal is, man.
There's enough people that don't even know reality to their own life.
Yeah.
What's your take on? Since we're talking about this already, the guy that killed the healthcare CEO,
Oh, Luigi.
Luigi. What's your take on something with that? Healthcare related.
Yeah.
They kill the
well.
CEO. He's in jail. You think it's him, not him?
Well, his,
Well, I
his
think-
mother was denied, health insurance and stuff like that. So he got very angry, and supposedly that's why
I think
he
it was
killed
him. But the young Ukrainian girl that was killed on the train, now they're saying that was a big setup. People are saying they were all actors. I'm getting so much crap
I
for
don't
that.
think that's. I don't think that was a setup.
No.
And the reason is I was just in Charlotte and I was talking to somebody who lived there, and that's not something normal that happens there.
Yeah.
But that guy had been released. His mom had tried to get him help.
Yeah.
Tried to get him help every time he's been like locked up.
Yeah,
and
like 14 times.
She kept trying, and they wouldn't do anything. They just kept releasing him. So I don't think that was necessarily set
He was
up.
definitely crazy.
Yeah, I think he was just mentally unstable, and
yep.
he had no one helping him get through that.
I think anyone that takes somebody's life has some kind of mental disorder. I don't
you have
take
to.
he was mentally unstable thing as an excuse at all. I
it's
really
not an
don't.
excuse.
Right, but I don't accept that because people always say, "Oh, the guy had he was." Yeah, absolutely. But anyone that kills someone has got something wrong mentally, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that the system could have stopped it 15 times.
right.
Yeah.
I guess it's weird. Well, that one you really do believe it was him, and I guess this video that shows him as well. I guess it's a little bit different because it was up
It was
close
weird
and
that
personal.
nobody reacted, though.
Oh, what was
that?
the-
Was weird.
That was weak beta males, beta females. I think it was.
I just don't know how
pathetic.
you don't even offer help
Well,
after it.
in society
exactly.
now, though, it seems like if you just don't pay attention and don't make it your business, because people are so afraid of getting into people's business kind of thing. So everyone just turn a blind
I
eye.
think if you're
I
a good
don't-
person,
I don't
you
look
will
that
want to
way.
help.
I don't look.
There's
I
a lot
could-
of bad people.
I
that
could
don't give a
not
shit.
let that happen in front of me and not step
Yeah.
in and intervene. Even if it came to, and a lot of people said, "Oh, you there's no way you would have stepped in and helped." 100% I would have stepped in and helped.
I don't think you could have prevented it from happening. I think he stabbed her so fast and
Yeah.
unexpected
Yeah.
that I don't think you could have prevented that. But helping her afterwards or
Yeah,
trying to
I
grab him
know.
afterwards or something along
Something,
those
right?
lines could have happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
But maybe people didn't realize what was going on because unless you're staring at people, sometimes you sit next to a person, you don't even look at them, right?
Or the headphones
Yeah.
in public.
Yeah.
That's so unsafe.
I pretty much scan everywhere wherever I sit
that's-
down
yeah.
straight away.
That's good.
Paranoid.
Wherever
That's good.
I am, I never sit with my back to the wall. I always want to see. I don't
that's
know.
When you go to a restaurant, do you
Ab-
sit towards the door? 'Cause my
Absolutely,
husband does that. He has to
100%.
sit
Your
where he
husband's
can see
smart.
it.
That's why he knows. He knows to keep an eye on his
a lot of
surroundings
people
and to
that's-
be aware. There's a lot of crazy people
There's a
out
lot of
there.
people that's just in their own world. A lot,
Why are people saying that's staged for the girl, the Ukrainian girl?
They're saying that it was staged to once again cause more divide between blacks and whites.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? The great division. I mean, look at this country right now. The left hates the right hate the left.
The thing about it, though, is it actually brought some people closer together, right? You
Yeah.
had people like from both sides stepping up and talking about it and openly saying stuff on social media. I mean, I've talked to plenty of people, and like it brought certain people together, but the unstable, it kept it as a crazy and like just
I mean, I did a couple of
exploding.
posts about it, and I got a ton of hate, but I also got a ton of new followers. I got a ton of people saying, yeah, absolutely. I did a post saying that if that happened in front of me, that I would have had to have stepped in. There was no, like, I could, as a man, it's a man's duty and obligation to, if you're seeing a small woman that's in trouble, that's being, even if you know them or not, it is your duty to step in and do something about it. That's how I feel personally anyway, as a man. And a lot of people agreed with me, but a lot of people didn't agree with me and thought that I was saying it to whatever, to try and...
It's
you know.
old school values.
It is,
that
absolutely.
a lot of people have lost because we've lost religion actually in society, that all those have kind of faded out.
I think a lot of people, you know, they don't want to get involved, and then they even showed a video in New York City where there was a girl walking on the street with a knife, and she's just like moving the knife around, and then people just like walking on the side. Like in New York, as long as it doesn't really affect you, then basically you're okay.
And that's what it's come to. That's what it's come
She's
to
like
these
literally like
days.
this with a knife. You know,
I've
walking
seen
the
it
street.
here. I've seen it
People
down
don't
on the strip.
want to get involved.
Yep.
And there was a social experiment
Or they're
that
afraid
was
to get involved. That they're
Exactly.
afraid of what other people will say, or they're afraid they're going to get in trouble.
But there's a social experiment that I saw that they did in Paris, and this is in the middle of Paris. I mean, it's really, really busy, and a guy was on the ground, you know, just hurting, like literally laying on the ground, asking for help, and everyone just walked right by him.
I think I saw that
Hundreds
in New
of
York too.
people.
They did it too.
You
I
know,
just don't know how you do that. Like you could tell the difference between somebody who actually needs help and somebody cracked out on the street.
Yeah.
I can tell the difference.
Yeah. But no one
But
was
even someone
helping.
cracked out on the street, I'll still give a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, people just don't care. And so but I tell people right now too, you know, this is the era that the devil and God, they're recruiting their army right now. So the devil is very powerful right now.
That's why the divide's so easy
absolutely.
too.
Yeah.
And you see
Yeah.
it everywhere. So he's recruiting his army right now. That's what's happening.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It definitely is a weird time. Not to talk politics, but let's talk politics in regards to.
We
if
have
you
been
want to talk
talking
about
politics.
No,
haven't
a
we?
little more politics.
this is
there's
a little
more?
bit, a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I don't know how long Trump is in office, how many days that he's been in office. I did see something the other day. It was funny. They showed a shadow of Trump, and they showed what percentage of the office he's in now, because it's 4 years, and they just show like like you're here. You know what I'm saying? Then it could be more. What's your take on, especially being from Australia? Doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, whatever you are. What's your take on regards to Trump and how?
I think he's done some pretty amazing things so far. I think closing the border down was just one of the main aspects of what he's done. I think bringing in the tariffs was pretty amazing as well. And I think that putting a ban on the transgender ideology is amazing. So I think for those three things specifically, I think he's done a great job. Do I agree with everything that he says and does? Absolutely not. You'd be crazy to agree with, 100% agree with, anyone, exactly. But I think for the fact that he closed down the border, he's lowering prices, he's putting a stop on this whole transgender crap. He's putting Bibles back into schools and getting this DEI stuff is just ridiculous and ludicrous, and everything that I just mentioned.
But do you feel that the tariffs is making America kind of like the enemy of a lot of countries? Like, so I decided not to travel this year out of overseas, which I normally do around this time, because there's so much hate towards America.
But there is anyway.
We had it
For-
before
There-
that.
there- yeah,
Which
there's
is
always
true.
been hate.
Yeah, but now it's kind of even more defined,
I
right?
feel like
because of the
after
tariff
COVID,
stuff. Because
Yeah.
those people don't
Before
understand.
the tariffs, it was like that. It's
Yeah.
been dangerous for the last probably like 5 years.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
been kind of
And you can sway that towards the last administration that was in there. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to talk about what Trump's done, let's talk about the destruction that the last administration did. The Biden and Harris administration. They let 20 million illegal immigrants into the country unvetted. How the heck is that?
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah.
The other side definitely doesn't see it that way, though. These are facts, but
Yeah.
But
you
do
know,
you think anyone's ever in office long enough to actually make a real difference? Because they go back and forth, right?
Yeah.
We have a few years of screwing up the country and then
Yep.
a few years of trying to fix the country. And then
Right.
we're going to go back and then back.
I don't
And-
think the Democrats are ever going to be able to get into office again.
Well,
personally,
not.
I personally
hope
don't
not.
think so. Yeah,
I
I
hope
hope
every
not.
time I talk about politics, I lose like thousands of followers.
Yeah,
That's why
me
I've already
too.
lost
Me
10,000.
too.
I've already lost
Me
10,000
too.
followers. followers. Yeah,
Me too.
I will
and I
share.
would just share something. I wouldn't even post anything.
It's fine.
you know?
I don't want those people
Yeah.
on mine
I'll
anyway.
share-
Yeah, exactly. I'm the
If you
same
can't
way.
disagree,
Yeah.
I'll share one thing. I always say that at least that he's taking action, whether you like believe in all the stuff he's doing. He's taking action. I think that the first 4 years he's basically just like learning the system. Now,
Absolutely,
he's
and
coming
plus
in,
he had
boom, boom,
so
boom, boom,
many.
boom, boom.
He had the system
experience.
against him,
Yeah.
and he also had people in his party that were also sabotaging a lot of the things that he was doing.
But also now, he
it's a
doesn't
bit different.
I think he cares, but he doesn't care in some regards because he knows this is going to be his last term.
Yep.
In general, like he's getting older as well, right? Like he just wants to get things done and really leave a legacy. Whether you like him or dislike him, like I said, I think he's taking action, but you really don't know the effects. Until 6 months, a year, 2 years. You don't
Well,
really
you can
fully
see
know.
the effects that's happened at the border. There's a
Yeah,
99.9% stoppage. It's the lowest crossing rate in probably the history of the country.
you do feel that. I do agree.
And how can you not applaud that, regardless if you're on the left or on the right? You know what I mean? America first.
what about the people that think ICE is new? Like we didn't have it before or something.
And what about the people
'cause
that
they're
think that
dumb.
what Trump is
They're
doing,
totally ignorant.
deporting all these illegal immigrants,
Yeah.
is bad? Do you know how many illegal immigrants Barack Obama
Well,
deported?
it's been something that
Right,
happens.
they don't know
It
that. He did
happens
more than
all
anyone.
the time.
Yeah.
It's happened our whole life. It's
Yeah.
just like all of a sudden everybody just found out we had them, and now we got to talk about it and
Yeah.
say they're bad.
Mate, as someone that is a legal immigrant, you know how damn hard it was for me to get my status here in this country? And how much money it cost me? It cost me tens of thousands of dollars. It took me years and years and years of paying taxes and being a law-abiding citizen and going back and forth to Australia to stamp my visa. Years and years and years. Once a year, I had to go back to Australia, get my visa stamped, and come back in. Then I had to get my 2-year green card. I had to abide by the rules. Then I got my 10-year green card, which is just about up, and I had to abide by the rules. You make one mistake and then your status is cancelled. You can't do it. It costs a lot of money. So I think it's offensive to the legal immigrants that come in here and do the right thing for anyone to just waltz over into the country. And then people will say, well, what about the people that have been here for 20, 30 years,
Yeah.
that came in illegally, that have been paying their taxes, that have been doing the right thing? Okay, if I came into this country legally but didn't get my visa stamped or didn't do the correct thing, I get deported. Regardless if I pay my taxes or have been a law-abiding citizen, if you don't do your documentation correctly, you're out. And that's just the way that it is, unfortunately.
I think it's a new population, new generation. Just like, what do you mean? Like, you
Yeah, what do
stay
you mean?
here?
What do you mean I can't stay? I haven't killed anyone.
It's kind of a new world. Gentille, anything you want to add? Trump, pros, thoughts on how he's doing?
Oh, I think he's doing a great job.
Average?
Yeah, no, he's great. He's great.
Is all that.
Remember, I try not to say too much
Okay.
about politics.
Just checking.
You guys
Which
are
is
just
so weak
speaking
if they're
for
going
me.
to follow you for your
You were just sitting there like
Well,
a lady
no.
in
For your
red. I want to
views,
ask.
you know?
Only because only within the last couple years that I have gotten a little more political, because now I've opened up my mind to listening and stuff. But before, I didn't even vote. I honestly did not vote. And all those years, I'm like, you know what? Don't ask me about politics because I don't know. I don't vote. So I know I'm not going to make a difference. I don't care, So now I'm a little more active because all my friends are obviously, very, active with it. So now I hear stuff, but I still don't have too much an opinion because I don't know. I mean, I see what's happening, right? But there's so much bullshit and there's so much different stories from each side that it's hard for me to decipher what the real
Agree.
truth is, right?
Okay.
So I try not to make too much
I
comments
hear.
about it.
No,
just
because sometimes
yeah.
you have to really educate yourself on all this stuff going on before you
Right.
make
There's
a
a
clear
lot.
answer.
I mean, you have to do a lot of research.
Like the border's the border. I mean, it's real
Yeah,
simple.
yeah.
Should we have open borders or do we close them? Like, is there?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Is that a rhetorical question, or do you believe that we should have open borders?
No, I'm saying some
Well-
people. I mean, that's a very simplistic question. Like,
Yeah.
do you believe it? Yes or no?
Okay.
Whether you like Trump or Biden or
Yeah.
whoever,
I mean,
like,
as a
we
refugee-
should
There's a lot
close
more
the
to
border,
it.
right?
As a
Period.
refugee myself, obviously I came here, a long time ago, and I had to go do all the stuff that you did too. But now I'm seeing people that are getting deported, friends even, and my workers that,
Yeah.
that got deported, and they have been here with their families for
That's sad.
20, 30, years.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, a lot of different reasons, right?
It's a-
So I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know because I don't know their situation either exactly, right? But they're all over there, and it's kind of sad.
it's a weird
because they're
and sad
rounded
time.
up with
If you
everybody
broke
else.
the law and
Yeah.
if you came into the country illegally and then you get caught, you should be deported, regardless of how long you've been here. It's a simple matter of fact.
Right.
Well,
If you kill someone and you don't get found out for 20 years later, and then they find out, you go to jail. It's I mean, obviously, it's a whole different thing. But if you come here illegally and you're not, and you've been here for 20 years and you get found out, you should be deported.
Yeah.
If you've been here for 20, 30 years, that's enough damn time to get your papers and get your affairs in order. Unfortunately, as harsh as the matter is, there's too many people here that are here illegally that have been, living off the system or whatever. And then finally, now that the Trump administration is coming in and trying to clean that up, it's unfortunate for those people. And you know who you don't blame Trump. You know who you blame? Blame Biden.
Yeah.
He's the one that caused all of this. He's the one that opened the floodgates to let everyone into it. Now the administration and the government is going, okay, now we have to look at everyone that's here illegally.
But I just think on a certain level, too, that ICE in each state or each city is doing something kind of a little bit different from everyone. I don't think they're all on the same page. That's what I feel. I feel sometimes the certain city or certain states are doing their own thing, making their own moves or whatever.
We also don't really know, right? Because I feel like each state puts out their own media.
Yeah.
So California, you're going to get a different answer than
Right, that's
Texas,
what I'm saying.
right?
Yeah. So it's not
very
in
different.
unison. So that's why I'm kind of.
That's what they're putting out there. We have no idea.
That's
what's
why
really
I'm like,
actually going on.
We don't about anything.
Felicia, thoughts? Trump.
I think he's doing what he can. I think there's obviously there's always room for improvement. There's things that you disagree with, but I think overall, I think he came in with a plan. I think he's put things in place as he could with the time frame that he's had so far. I think 4 years is not enough time to fix the hole that we're in. I think it's going to take 30. But and that's if we don't flip flop,
Maybe 10,
right? But it's just I think we're in too deep that people can't see the progress, and I think things are going to get worse before they get better.
Yep.
Okay, there's one last
Worse than this. I think we're already pretty bad.
There's one last conspiracy.
I think maybe we're on the way up. Let's be positive.
You'd be surprised
There's
what,
one-
what
On the
people
way up.
will pull.
I think the division in this country is more divided now than it has been
The
in it since
rapture?
I've been here.
It's really hard to come back when half the country is mentally unstable.
Yeah, more than absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think we're at our bottom. I mean, we're talking about mental
Real quickly,
illness at its
we got
best
about
right now.
4 minutes left, but let me ask you two other conspiracy theories to see what your thoughts are.
4 minutes is not enough.
The first one is this: the conspiracy
Speak for
theory
yourself.
is that Trump will basically be the president in the future. And the conspiracy story is that Vance basically makes president, and Trump is the vice president. Then Vance
Is that
steps
possible?
down, and then Trump becomes president
Can
again.
you do
I
that?
don't think
That's not
that.
gonna
I don't think
happen.
that in the Constitution that you can run for 3 terms. I think you can only run for 2.
No,
No,
but
he's not running. He's saying that Vance will run, and then he'll have Trump as vice president.
No,
I think
Trump's done
Trump's going to
after
be
this.
too. Yeah, he's too old now. I think if anyone's going to take over, it's going to be JD Vance.
ready to
and
just
then maybe
golf.
Marco Rubio. Yeah.
Rubio's really. I think
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
with Rubio.
I like Rubio. I think Trump's getting a little bit too old now, and it takes a toll on you doing that
He's
job,
looking
man.
good for his age though. For
He
what He's
does.
doing.
What is he? 79 now?
He takes
I
the stress
think
better
he's-
because
Dude,
of
we
what
don't
he's
want
done his
another
whole life.
Biden.
Right,
okay?
exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
That's why.
Okay, and the next one is I just saw a Facebook post that came out earlier. They were saying how that president, whether it's Obama, I don't think it's Biden, that basically he's going to get arrested for espionage and treason.
Yeah,
You
he
heard
should
that
be.
one?
He should be.
What
And so should all of those people that covered up the whole Biden. It was fit for the job, and
I guess
wait,
the biggest
wait.
question: do you think a president, an ex-president, will get arrested?
That's
I think
that's
if he
what
broke the
I would-
law,
possible.
he should be.
Okay,
I
because
don't
that's what
think
the new
so.
rumor is right now.
Anyone should be able to, right?
It seems like Obama is where
Yeah,
it's going at.
and on the last minute that we didn't mention this today in the podcast, Jimmy Kimmel's back on the air.
Oh, fuck
What do you
that.
think? that?
He sucks.
So I think that ABC.
It's a little too quick to bring this guy back, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe
It's
he'll
like
get
a
big
slap
ratings
on
on
the
the first
hand.
night, and then he'll go just back to. I mean, no one ever watched it anyway.
I don't think anybody's going to continue to.
No.
So.
You know, the one thing I'll share with that, I just think all these comedians have gotten too like political, like just like be funny about other stuff. Why do you always talk about the president? Like just it gets old, right?
When people are crying more about a comedian losing their job than a political advocate losing their life, you know that there's scumbags in the earth. And check this out, right?
point.
Look what happened during the Biden-Harris administration, how they suppressed freedom of speech on Twitter. They blocked people from Twitter. They removed people for saying transgender stuff. They got fired from their jobs. They got removed. As soon as it's back on the other foot, they can't handle it. The left is the party of hypocrisy, delusion, and mental illness and violence. I don't care what anyone says. You can go deep into it. You can hate me for it if you like. I don't really care. Everyone hates me anyway. I don't give a shit what you think about me. That's my truth, and that's what I feel.
Well,
And
they
that's my
don't
First
hate you.
Amendment.
I think you should be able to voice it.
well, it's good that you're not even American. You're Australian, so it's even better that you're not.
Well, you know what? If I think about it now, I think I've been in America longer than
Longer?
I've been in it. Well, I put it this
Almost.
way. I started traveling the world at 26, and I moved to America at 31. 61 and I've been here for 24 years. So pretty much the same.
You're American.
I'm American now.
But it's interesting for
I
the
just don't
fact-
have the
You have
accent,
to
man.
lose your accent. You have to lose your
I'll
accent.
never lose
then.
the Aussie accent,
Come
mate.
on.
It's the only like cool accent.
All right,
it
so
really is.
Yeah.
So do we believe? We're taking a little vote here. Do we believe President Obama will be arrested for treason?
I think if it's proven that it was, he should be. Unless isn't there an act that
They can't get arrested?
Yeah.
There has to be.
Because they're saying
There has
that-
to be an
who else
act.
would
I
it
don't
be?
think he will. I think he probably should.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Okay.
he will.
Yeah.
So we think pretty much that he
If
may
that
get
was the
arrested.
case, Clinton and stuff should already be in prison, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, for all the
I
murders.
guess we'll see what happens in general. Like I said, it's definitely an interesting time. And look, you turn on the news every single day, man. It's like a movie. It's like back in the day, I used to watch HBO, Sopranos. Now I just turn on the TV and it's just like it's a whole show every day.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I mean?
crazy,
You don't know
right?
what you get. You have
Drama.
murder, you have assassination, then you
crazy.
have conspiracy. Like every day, it's like I'm like glued to more watching like YouTube news for some reason. Where back in the day, I was watching more like cable, all the series shows.
Cable, yeah.
And I just want to say that your wife and you have sparked something, man. I'm going to take my real estate license.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You
yep.
are?
That's all we need. Is
good.
Absolutely.
That's all we need is one
Congrats.
more realtor.
I know, right? But listen,
Well,
I
we
really
don't have that
enjoyed
many
it.
right now. We only have
really
20,000.
enjoyed
Do
it.
you want to get into like residential or
we took
commercial?
we took them
I
over to
think
one property.
residential. I'm trying to help. I'm helping these guys sell a couple of properties at the moment, and I've had a lot of people. I put out some clips of me, like
Yeah.
doing a few videos on selling it. And everyone's like, "Why aren't you doing real estate, dude? Why aren't you doing real estate? Your accent, you should be doing it." So I'm definitely, it's definitely opened up a little
He did
Pandora's box.
He did a tour of Trump, and he was like an
Yeah.
announcer.
I
like,
saw that.
I'm over here by Trump. And
I
Yeah.
saw that. You
saw it?
sent it to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
saw
we've
it.
already had a couple of great hits on it.
Good.
So
You're only going to be a realtor just for the videos.
No, I want to do it because I actually
No,
enjoy it.
you-
And I'm looking forward to
no,
tomorrow's
it'd
property.
be better if you started taking off your clothes like you were like Thunder from Down Under.
I got to get rid of this
And you
gyno first.
and you showcase the property while you're stripping. That would be a Vegas.
I'm a
that
55
would be
realtor.
Vegas theme for
I'm
sure.
a 55-year-old
That's
man now.
true.
Don't you think I've lost it a little bit,
No,
David?
a lot of people like
You'd
it.
be
You have a good
surprised.
look.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey, like in that one
Yeah, you got a good look.
movie, like he did it.
Magic
He's-
Mike, was
Every
it?
time you
Yeah,
go
I think it was Magic Mike.
Magic- the
He did
original
it.
Magic
No,
Mike.
I got a good one for you. You start at the beginning with all the clothes. By the time you make it to the bed, you're totally naked.
Just with a
And then you
cocksock.
and then you say, if you want to buy, then you say, if you want
Cocksock.com.
to, if you want to buy the property, let me know. And then
At
just-
the end, you
and then
sell the
and you
cream,
put the
too.
sheets- and you put the and you put the sheets over you, and you call it a day.
See?
Man, I don't
What do you
know
think?
where you're
should
going
be
to
working-
advertise that.
Yeah, I don't know where that lady was thinking she was going to get $438,000 for that
Here's
house that
the
we went
new
and had a look at the
OnlyFans.
other
Oh,
day.
yeah,
would-
right,
no,
right,
it would
right.
be-
Clean your freaking
No,
pool.
he always winds
Get
up
rid
in
of
the
that
bed.
smell.
Always winds
There's
up
no
in the bed
way
at
that
the
house
end
is
of
going
the-
to sell for that
at the end
amount
of
of
the
Probably
video.
not, but you never
Why
know
not?
because remember there's low supply right now still. Okay, but we're not at a balanced market yet,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why these sellers are overinflating their properties. In
You're
their
trying to
head,
sell
right?
a
Yeah,
house and that
yeah.
pool looked the way it did. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I-
He's the
400.
new Australian
I
Steve
didn't
Hawks,
walk in,
but
but I'm
you got to
telling you-
end up in the bed at the end. So like, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcus
1%.
Deegan, and he's in the bed.
I'll give you 1%,
Yeah.
baby.
So that's no, because you'll
all
be
I
known.
got.
People are
Give me
saying, "Oh,
1%
you're
towards
the
closing
realtor that
costs.
always is in the bed. That winds up in the bed."
Just
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do what I can
I
do.
like it.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I think we had an awesome conversation. Thanks so much, Fylisha, for joining us
Yes,
today.
thank you.
Adding some bubbly conversation. I guess
Yeah, it was good.
We talked about everything. I think
Everything.
conspiracy, murder,
Yeah.
aliens.
OnlyFans.
Cheese on the face.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Jews, Israel. You covered it all. Your Botox.
Yeah.
Botox.
We want to thank Old School Energy Drink for being this.
Fylisha didn't even
I
try
gotta try
it.
it.
Try it,
It's
try
very,
it, try
I'm
it.
gonna crack it open
Yeah.
while
It's
we're
very
All right.
good, actually. It's really good. Yeah, I like it.
As long as she drives home, she makes
May I
them
have
safe.
some more?
Yes,
May I have some?
absolutely.
Okay,
She'll take 10
It's
cases.
like tropical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Very
really
So
good.
tropical. All right, so we'll do an old school toast.
All
Old
right.
school and to Marcus Deegan.
All
And
right.
everybody here.
I
at
got
the
the
Problem
freaking
Solver.
jitters from that 200 milligrams of
Oh my God,
caffeine.
this is great.
No,
But,
no, I wouldn't like that.
No, it's not jittery.
Yeah.
Bottoms
No,
up.
it's not.
Thanks so much, Marcus. Thanks so much, Gentille. Fylisha, thanks so much. We'll see you in the next problem solve. You got some problems, you want us to solve it, private message us, comment below when it's online.
And
Whether it's
share and
Marcus
like
or
this
all of us.
video
Share,
because
like,
the next one we do, David will be
naked. We'll see you in the next problem
Yeah.
solver. Have a good one. Take care.
Yeah, and it won't cost you so much. We'll just charge you $100.